There's still time.
If you'd like to buy a raffle ticket, a waffle ticket,
Buy waffle tickets.
can somebody just poke their head outside the door and say, "Hey, if you're up there, get inside for a minute." Can somebody do that for me? Donna, can you stick your head out the door and invite everybody inside? Just if they don't come in right away, give them a karate chop.
She doesn't need the microphone.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You don't know what karate chop is.
Wallpaper.
Did they come?
To you.
Jessie does this thing where she goes, "Come on in," and everybody knows her. I'm like, "No, we actually need everybody to come." Oh, thank you.
Don't put it on your couch. Because if you sit on the floor.
If you love Zach Abbott, come inside for a second.
If you don't like them, well.
Yeah.
But I think
Can I get everybody in the back? Even if you don't want to buy anything, just come up forward for a second. We'll tell you how it works.
Yeah.
Is it bleeding? You don't need a band-aid. It's okay.
Can you guys all come in?
Yeah, so they're good. Yeah, well,
And Donna, we're waiting for you. Come on over.
I'll get
Donna, can you hear me? You lead by example. All right, this is the awful part. We don't charge admission. Jess and I work. You're not Jess. Jess and I work here for free. I painted myself around 2,500 paintings to keep this place open. In exchange for running this place for the last 12 years, I could have had instead, well, a house or probably 2 Mustangs and a Volkswagen. So we've got 5 months left before we stop doing this. And we're on, what number are we on? Does anybody know?
582.
582. And there's 23 rumbles left. So this I'm going to say 2 times slowly. You guys all listening? Marlo? Lead by example, okay? To stay open, the biggest thing in the world we need is for you to find us on social media and click share. And to do that, it's the difference between life and death. And here's an example. We give away free Wi-Fi. So we had a friend that almost overdosed, and he made his way to the front of the building and was able to use the Wi-Fi to call for help. And we used to have one Wi-Fi, and we'd say, "Hey," right before COVID, we just did a 5-minute broadcast to get people to come in. But we couldn't broadcast out because there's so many people on the Wi-Fi. So we'd say something like, "Hey guys, it's free Wi-Fi. We want to give you as much as we can. If you could just log off the Wi-Fi for 5 minutes, that'd be great." And everybody, yeah, we got you. And then I'd look and I'd have like half a bar. And like, "Okay guys, not kidding. Need you to log off the Wi-Fi just for 5 minutes, okay?" And they're like, yeah, we got you. And then I got half a bar. And then I go, "Hey guys, if you don't log off the Wi-Fi, I'm gonna change the password." 60 people reach their hands in their pockets and they pull out their phones. What we need to stay open is for you to find us on social media, find a way to click share. It doesn't cost you anything. It's life and death for us. And the other thing is it tells us when you do. So your hands got to go in the pocket. And you got to find us and click share, and that's the I love you. You're the best. You're my new favorite. I'm gonna give you a free painting.
Yes.
Woo! It's we were watching the Planet of the Apes, and this would be what the Ramones would look like on the Planet of the Apes. I saw you reach for your phone, so I'm giving you this.
It's Dare Studios, right? Or am I looking at something else?
Oh, Rumble House.
Yeah. Did I do something weird?
No. Yeah.
Oh, is
Rumble
it?
House. I'm the weird one. Rumble
Yeah,
House.
no, but you can also find us through him, right? Does that
Yeah.
work? Yeah.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is click share, and then my phone starts going bing, 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 And then, like your rich Uncle Ted might buy a piece. It doesn't matter if he does or not, by the way. Any new face that comes in here it's life or death for us, because if there's one person in the room that wants a painting, it might go for $25. If there's two people that want the same painting, it might go for $1,000. And you might come in here, not spend a penny, but bring the vibrancy of the room way up. I'll admit art buyers have no reason to want to share the link because it just increases who you're bidding against. On the other hand, to keep the artists alive, this is this thing we ask for, and you'd be surprised how many people will come in and eat cake and refuse to help us out. We give away buttons one day. We spent an entire day making and giving away buttons. And this guy comes by and he flipped through all the buttons. Most of them had like Rumble House on them because it's like free buttons. And he started giving me this corporate bullshit about like, I don't want a button with your name on it. I'm like, you're giving away free buttons, man. Now that I'm the bad guy, let's start with the auction. Are we doing
We're doing waffles.
waffle?
So,
YouTube Live not on yet? Waffle?
it should be. Let's check if. So, first of all, it is Rumble 582, and it is also Zach Abbott's show showing a beautiful work. So, big round of applause for Zach. And I feel bad you had to be the bad guy. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Rich!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rich. Happy birthday to you.
I hope this is a sweatshirt that says, please share the link.
Oh! Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, give me a second.
Somebody have a marker. He asked for my favorite mountain piece in the show for his birthday, so I got him. It's a little hot. It's a little hot. It's the wrong season.
I've never been uncomfortably hot in my entire life. And I don't mind if you're uncomfortably hot in July, and I don't mind if you're uncomfortably cold in February. But for fuck's sake, don't be both, okay?
Wow,
Pick one.
You suddenly look so stylish.
So good. So good. So, here, I'll hand the.
Okay.
Wait, did we buy a ticket?
No.
Does anybody last minute want to buy a ticket?
Last year.
Last
chance.
raffle ticket.
Nice.
You will? Here.
Make sure you mix the
3 for 5.
Oh, we'll mix
Yeah.
it.
I want $10 for it.
3 for 5. All right. Here we go. Kevin.
Here.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I got. All right. All right.
We got a few takers.
Here, yeah, just throw Kevin on it. You can use it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
How are we doing? Okay.
Here, there's
The last person won, so they better know.
Yeah, I'll get on 6.
Nice.
Okay.
Pens. I guess we need pens.
Put it back on there. Thank you.
Oh, okay, we're doing the top.
They're live on.
Do you need to write? Oh wait, do you need do you need to write your name?
I can do top.
Writing, your name, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on each ticket.
On each ticket.
And then this one?
Sure, yes.
And then you gotta-
How many would you like?
10 more.
Is it too late to do some art?
Oh, not at all.
I don't know, I don't have a canvas.
No, this is beautiful. You're not from Edmonton. And it's Chris. Beautiful. And you're hanging around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. So then you can kind of see how it's going, and we'll bring it up, and then if you want to say anything about it, you can, but you don't have to. And then what would you like your opening bid to be? That's perfect. That is perfect. Wonderful. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
You can bring a chair over if you want, Mom. You're good? You're good? Yeah.
Did I get a laugh out of him?
Yes. Did I steal this top? Oh, yeah. Help yourself.
Okay, Jess, where did they
Oh,
go?
in the glass vase there.
Oh.
Oh,
Does he have a stick in here?
Oh, okay. All right. Five, 10, 15. Oh, I'll take the dough. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you got 10?
I don't really give out my number.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, there's it's a pretty good.
People love waffles.
What do we write down? Our phone number or name?
Just names, and then are we just doing names? Oh, you're amazing. That just means more people can see the auction and see your work. Oh, it caught. Oh, that's so nice.
No.
That's perfect, sweetheart.
And you
Because
bought
then your dad has the link to
Oh,
it.
great,
That's
Helen.
awesome.
Whoa.
Oh, that's perfect. If you don't have to send it to me. That's perfect to send to your dad. That's so nice. That's wonderful.
This pen you gave me as a dud.
Oh, there's lots here.
You
kidding.
chose that one. Don't you be throwing that at me. I can get in enough trouble on my own. I don't need help from you.
He wants to win.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I have to say it very slowly for the third time to get it out.
Oh, how exciting.
Whoa. I think we gotta get bootleg Bart Simpson to pick the first one.
Here, do you want to come pick up the winner?
You want to come pick a
Yeah.
winner for us, big guy?
They like your bird, so they want you to pick your
Okay, little man. Okay, the moment of truth.
Alright.
We're picking the first raffle man. Don't move! Don't move!
I mean, you did your bracelet.
Oh, you got two! Oh, don't look! Okay, the fates have decided. You want to read the name on the back? What's the name on the back?
What are the letters on it? Is there an L for me?
There's an E and a C.
That's me!
Emily, which basket would you like?
Oh, I get to choose?
Yeah, we got
Which one's the best one?
crib board or a beach blanket.
Crib board.
Nice.
Wow, I never went anything with
Okay, who else wants to grab? Rich, you're the birthday boy. You want to pick the next winner?
How was that pen working for you?
Oh yeah.
Does that mean I have to give you a portion of this?
Audrey? No, what's that say?
Audrey.
Audrey, she left with Graham.
Yeah, she left,
We can deliver to her.
but.
Whoa, no, that's not fair.
No.
She's not here. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're all sweating here. Sorry, Audrey.
This is live. This is recorded.
Audrey might be watching.
Audrey, there will be a 10-minute lag.
Yeah, let's vote. Let's vote.
We're hot in here, Audrey. Where are you? Where are you?
Audrey is the winner.
Give her a sticker and draw again.
Yeah, nice. Okay, she gets a consultation prize. All right, another one. Yeah, sorry, Audrey. We love you.
We're all a bunch of art pirates. You made it here. Yes? Were you asking for the address?
Yeah, it's way
I
funner
just
to go
about
right
texted
now.
you 10 seconds ago, but I saw you in the room.
All right. Congratulations, Audrey.
It was touch and go there for a while,
Whoa. All right.
Do you still have my piece? Can I show my piece?
Yeah.
Yeah,
please,
okay.
yeah.
And are you sharing your piece?
Yeah.
Are you
Are these your
auctioning your
pens?
piece?
No.
but no. Scott, were these your pens?
They were presented to me.
They want it from here, from the
They're
table.
back there.
Oh, there's so many pens.
We have a lot of pens here.
We're just. No, we're wealthy. We're
People
wealthy.
say, do you have something to write with? And we go, depends. Oh, so this is what I painted tonight. It was, who here was here at 7, like the long halls you guys were in. And then, so maybe like 8 of these people were here when I started. And then as people showed up, I squeezed them in. And then I give this to Zach. Because I love him.
You can throw that in there.
It's ballpoint.
On point.
On point. So I gave this to Zach. I keep hoping he'll take it out of my arm. There we go.
Yay!
Did we auction off Deadpool?
Okay, here we're gonna start the auction.
All right. So this is how the auction works. We're gonna show the work, and then we're going to bid on the work. And there are people watching live from all over the place because so many of you guys hit share. We're very appreciative. So we are going to auction the work off. Artists set their minimum bid, and half the money goes to the house to keep it rolling, and half goes to the artist.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I remember Zach had said, "I'll take the money," and then I was just hitting pin on the post, and about 5 minutes passed, and then the text that came up on the screen was, "Ooh, I'll take the money." So I think the online broadcast, for some reason, it's about 5 minutes behind. So if it's a piece that's really, really sought after, we might keep the bidding open a little longer, so that, like, for instance, Richard in Illinois is bidding on pieces, and sometimes people from England are bidding on pieces. And there's a number of pieces from the East Coast we've been sending out, and Vancouver, and yeah, we have people from all over. There's 10 online right now. There might be 20. There we go. There might be 20 people watching, because people tend to watch in small groups. Thank you. And so, but we're going to start with this piece. What is the opening bid for Heck Yeah?
What's your opening bid, Kyler?
$30. Now, $30 for this piece, you might be thinking, oh, that's a fairly reasonable deal. But you have no idea what kind of star this young man's going to turn into. And for the sake of $30, if in 25 years he becomes North America's most exciting new artist, how old are you?
10.
Having a 10-year-old version of, young Picasso here might be like a really good investment. So opening bid is $30. Do I have a bid for $30?
I'm gonna look.
We're going to leave this open for a few minutes. Yes?
Yeah.
And then we'll put up another piece. I got my piece up, but I gave it away. I gave away my gorilla piece. What's this? Oh, yeah.
Is this from last week, right? Or did you want to play
It's
this?
on
Last
sale
week.
tonight.
A large-scale SpongeBob. Something I have to admit about SpongeBob is I think SpongeBob was around on TV for around 10 years before I realized he wasn't cheese. I thought SpongeBob was cheese. I thought it was super abstract, and I kind of dug it for being so abstract. And then one day, okay, tell me, I only ever listen to TV. I don't actually watch it, so I'm kind of piecing things together. And I glanced up, and does everybody but me watch SpongeBob? How many people here have watched SpongeBob? I'm gonna look like a stupid person when I say this, but there was a squirrel with a helmet. Is that right?
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, they're underwater. And then honestly, I was like, why is Swiss cheese underwater? And then I slowly pieced together that SpongeBob was right. There's a clue there for me. Yeah. But that's just how differently I see things.
You're an artist. It's fine.
Can I tell you an example of how differently I see things? This is a little bit of a side. I had a black Volkswagen Cabriolet, and I took it in to get the radiator fixed, and they unhitched the hood to get at the radiator, and they didn't quite hitch the hood back on. I was driving up Blackfoot Trail at 90 kilometers per hour, whatever the speed limit is, plus 20, and the wind caught my hood, and it flipped up against my windshield so fast there was no middle. It was just down and then up, down and up, no middle. So you got to imagine me driving to work up Deerfoot Trail. I hear this tremendous bang, and then everything outside of my window is infinite black because I had a very matte black hood on my car. And while I was driving down the street, up the street at 90 kilometers per hour, the logical thought that went through my brain was end of the universe today, but why am I in my cabriolet? And I think the car in my confusion started to slow down on its own. And then the windshield, the hood dropped back down, and I realized I was driving blinded by the hood. But this is a pretty good example of how my brain pieces things together. That instead of
End
thinking,
of universe.
oh, my hood must be against the windshield. I thought the entire universe disappeared. And for some unexplainable reason, there's a piece of Swiss cheese underwater. The opening bid for this, I believe, is $20.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
$3.
I got $20.
Woo!
Can I get $300? How about 25? $20 going once.
Originally 50. Put it on sale for
$20 going twice. Everybody spent their money on Zach's landscape paintings. $20 going 3 times. And sold for $20. Did somebody bid?
No.
If you wave at an auction, I'm going to call that a bid.
So we
$20 sold, and we'll put a $10 lag on that, okay? Yeah. And this piece,
Did you want to sell your wolf from your coyote from last week? Did you want to sell your coyote from last week or no? Did you want to sell your coyote from last week? How much? Opening bid. $10. Opening
a
bid.
coyote for $10. Do I have a $10 bid on this piece?
This is by Caleb.
If you don't bid on this piece, I'm going to tell you another boring story. Going once. So there was this time I was driving by.
I got a question. Are you cold?
$10 opening bid.
That's my mother-in-law. She doesn't like when I dress warm in the heat.
We got one. Start a hoodie on.
I got one online for
30.
Okay.
Ain't nobody's business but me.
But my own.
I love you.
Okay, and what's the name that I should put down?
Do I have a bid on this?
Lorette.
Lorette.
Where are you, Lorette? Where are you?
She's online.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you.
I thought I was tripping again.
Woohoo!
Going
All
once,
right.
going twice, going 3 times with a 10-minute lag. Yes, yes.
Would you like to sell some? Would you want gorilla or what would you like to? Oh, don't rip it down.
We were watching the Planet of the Apes.
I love this piece so much.
This is actually 3 paintings. Do you remember the Gorilla Ramones I gave you? Okay. Their feet are up there. So that's where they ended up. And then this is Sid and Nancy. And then this is self-portrait of me listening to music. And I have no better explanation other than I was watching Planet of the Apes and I felt very inspired. Opening bid for this piece on some very high quality 1970s watercolor paper. Where's Donna? Donna, you were asking me about my paper. I only have enough for me. So we inherited some paper from the 1970s. As soon as it gets wet, it smells like eggs. But then when it dries, it smells good again. And it's legit. It works differently than other paper, and it does some magic. So did I put $5 as my opening bid?
What's your opening
You
bid?
said 20. You crazy.
20 to Lena.
25 going once. 25.
Wait, stop. 20 to Lena?
No, I got 25 already.
25. Thank you.
$30. $30 going once. $35 going once. $35 going twice. $40.
Did you say 45 or 40? 45.
Plus, this is my last birthday piece that you can buy. Well, no, not really. I have more birthday pieces here.
But tonight.
What did we say it was?
45 to Lena.
$69 going once.
Oh!
$69 going twice. And $69 going 3 times. With a 10-minute lag in case Richard from Illinois wants to put a bid in.
All right. So it's 9:27. Here, I'll put it
You got to respect the artwork. Whose is this?
Theo.
Theo! Is Theo here?
Theo was here. He came down, which was huge.
Did we buy that one?
Yeah.
Here, grab me that one.
What color do you want your birthday hat to be?
Color purple. I'm going to throw these 2 together. So you can have a framed Theo and some butterfly Theos. And I'm going to tell you what years these came from. This one in the back is from 2023.
Birthday. Aw, birthday present for Dad.
And this one in the front doesn't have a date, but Theo has been donating his entire life collection to us. Theo has pieces from before Jessica was born. Theo has shown pieces from before I was born. He just made these pieces and collected them and ordered them his whole life. And then when we opened up for the last 10 years, Theo's taken his family life collection that he's framed them all. He's brought them in week by week, and he's donated his pieces to the gallery. 100% of Theo's works always go to keeping us open. I think, do you know what the opening bid for this one was?
25.
$25 for the paper piece that's in my hand. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and, it's glass. I don't want to drop it on my head.
Do you have that one?
And I'm throwing it in with this piece, which I bought. So you get two pieces for the price of one. Opening bid, 25 bucks. And I think I paid $40 for the one in the frame. I think these are like $60 frames as well. So this is quite a deal. Opening bid, $25. And I believe, did Theo offer to donate his portion to the gallery?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 25 bucks opening bid, 25, did you say 25?
45.
$45 going once,
Do 50.
$50 going once. This feels like a really great
Who
birthday,
said
by the way.
50? Sonia said? To Sonia? Oh, thank you.
We don't even spend the money. Jess and I work here for free, but when we do make a little bit of money, it means we don't have to pay for the rent out of our own pockets, which is like a really nice treat for us.
That is a beautiful gift.
Also, we had an opportunity to paint some stuff for a TV show this week. So Rich painted, how many paintings did I do?
30?
30 paintings in 2 days. And so we'll probably make rent this month, but
Well, we appreciate
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So this is currently at 50 to Sonia.
$50 going once, $50 going twice, $50 going 3 times.
Okay, what else do we got?
Okay. Here. Yay!
This is a beautiful piece of glass made by Brenda. And we had to give Brenda's beautiful, what do you call those things again? Saddle back today because we didn't have room to store it. But Brenda had given us her drag piece, which was a classically painted horse saddle. And we had the auction for, but it was like such an important piece to her.
So hard.
But what you can get now is this beautiful piece of glass from when Brenda used to do glass blowing. And what's the opening bid?
$30. Purple and white clouds. So $30 for this piece.
And what I might do for Brenda tonight is, if anybody would like to buy this glass for $30, I'm going to donate all $30 to Brenda because I know she was in the hospital this week.
Oh.
So, does anybody want to buy this piece for $30 and a goodwill effort for Brenda who could? Oh, there's a ding.
That was my phone.
See, that's why we have to share the link.
That was to my
Oh,
phone.
$30?
30.
Come and get it.
Yay!
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. But you know what? Then I get to walk across the street and put $30 in Brenda's. You know what else is when I returned the saddle today, she said put it over in this pile, and I put it in a pile, and a piece of paper tipped over from the pile, and I could tell it was important, and I pretended I ripped it, but I knew that I didn't. And I said, "Oh, is this important?" And I picked it up. It was a 1979 illustration of a poster of her dad when her dad passed. He was in the army with a bunch of airplanes. There was a big rip. There was 2 kind of gross stains on it. And I was like, "Oh, I think I ripped this." And I took it home across the street, because she lives across the street, and I mounted it on cardboard, and I repaired the rip, and I repaired the other 2 rips, and then I painted out the stain, and I brought it back. And she was too shy to even look at it. But like that's my move, you know. I know I didn't rip it, but I pretended I did. And a lot of times, like, because we give stuff away on the streets, I don't know if you know this, most of that food over there, we're going to walk around for a couple hours after the rumble and just hand it out to people that look hungry. Sometimes, though, when you try and give food to people that aren't hungry, they get really mad. But
Yeah.
My go-to move is I always say, "Oh, you dropped this," and I give them the $5 they didn't drop, and people feel more dignity when they don't have to. You're usurping the conversation that they might need the $5, and you just pretend they dropped it. What bothers me is when somebody is in need and so honest that they keep insisting it wasn't their $5. Because then I gotta tell them I lied. I was like, "No, I know he didn't drop it. I was just trying to be like low key."
Do the smooth.
Right.
So this is really special. These are by Dusty,
Dusty,
and so
you
they're.
did the thing where you didn't hold the other side again.
Sorry. Well,
You guys saw that, right?
ah,
She's
I
like,
was
hold
trying
it.
to
Oh
hold-
yeah, let me hold the
I was
other
trying
side.
to
Let me
hold
hold the other
both.
side for you.
so this is called checkered flag,
Okay, that's really nice.
and they're very soft, and they are hand woven, 100% cotton.
Let's hold the other side.
I didn't.
Did I not make it clear?
I'm trying to talk about Dusty. Okay, so I'm not holding the other side because there's two. That's why I'm doing that. So,
Oh, and the
they're
red here?
yeah. So these are woven by Dusty. She had her she did a beautiful piece, indigo dyed, hand woven, wearable art that she got first place in the Stampede show, which was really great for the wearable art section. So this is one of her pieces. They're tea towels, and they're opening at $20 for the set. 100% cotton. Do I hear $20? $20 to Rich. Do I hear 20? 30 to
Who bet
Lena.
against me on my birthday? I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. You know what else I found out? A lot of times I think I'm being funny and I'm actually kind of scary, and I apologize because I.
No, I just.
Who's that clip clop conking on my bridge?
Isn't that nice?
So they're currently at 30.
Can I tell
Lena?
everybody here something? What Lena doesn't know that I know, and that what the rest of you don't know, that this is the softest, fluffiest thing I've ever touched in my life. And should you touch these,
It is your birthday. I don't need them.
did I make them gross?
No, I just. It's your birthday.
No, we need the money anyway, so don't worry about it. I was just kidding. $30, no, $20 to me? What's
Please,
happening?
I said 40.
$40
$40
to
going
Lena.
once, but touch them because you touch them. I'm gonna throw them over here.
I love it.
And nobody else gets to know what you're getting, okay? Don't let them touch until the bidding's done because
I love fiber arts.
I touched it.
My mom's a troublemaker tonight. Sorry.
these are some tiny little
So
paintings.
these are by Alex. I was gonna show them to the auction. Okay. So opening is by Allie, and Alex. So these are $5 opening each for these little beautiful paintings.
$5 for a tiny little dinosaur. $5 for a beautiful, tough to sell landscapes tonight. Oh, she's got the.
I don't
I
know,
think
I
Lena
just
has
brought
them.
them back
Oh,
up. I didn't work here, dude.
I just.
I'm kidding, I don't. I had to stop saying that.
You can say that if you like.
So those little paintings are $5 each. Do you wanna show these? Do you wanna walk around a bit?
No,
Oh.
I want to sit here because I'm tired.
Oh, okay, here, I can
But I'll put them in front of the.
So these are by Alex, and they're cute little polymer clay sculptures, 2 tiger sharks and a dragon, and they're $10 starting each. I can walk them around.
Just hand them to somebody. Pass them around.
Nice. They're really lovely.
Did we sell that one?
Yes.
To who? Mom.
Scott.
To Scott. Oh, Scott, do you want to hold your monkey?
I'd love to touch your monkey. Touch it. Love him.
There you go. Yep.
Did Zach want to put any of his pieces from the show?
Zachary Abbott. Are you putting a piece from your show in the auction? Is that a thing, or is that outside of your bubble?
I didn't want to.
Which one y'all put?
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
bring
yeah.
it up. Bring it up. Come
I
on.
thought you were pointing at the grain elevator. Opening bid.
You talk about it. Here, I'll get out of the way.
I'll hold it.
Okay, so this I painted, there was a cityscape beneath it, But then painting with Rumble, painting with the Rumble House live for the last couple months, and planning the show and planning coming back to Calgary. I got a little nostalgic, and this was one of my favorite views of the town. So yeah, I just used a reference photo from a Calgary photographer. I think I wrote his name on the back. No, but on the back, there's a funky painting on the back too. All my paintings have funky paintings on the back too.
It's pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you get 2 for 1 with this one. 2 for 1 with any of them, really. So I did this terrible thing when I was a kid in here, and I would set the opening bid at $4.20. $4.20 opening bid.
Just took us right back. That's good.
I had a lot of fun talking to your dad today, by the way. It was really cute.
Yeah, he's a genius.
And then in the middle of conversation with your dad, I found myself wondering how much he knows about your nefarious life. And I stalled and said, well, you kind of know that Zach used to paint on walls, right?
Just tunnels,
And he did.
Just tunnels, Dad. Just
He
tunnels
knows
the
that you
bridges
painted
now.
on walls sometimes.
Oh yeah, he knew.
But I realized I might have been like tattletaling on you.
Undo on that piece.
What?
Not that one. The other one.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Sick, dude. Yeah, nice. All right. Another one.
Another one.
Opening bid $4.20. Scenic Calgary. The Saddle Dome has a expiry date. So this view's not going to exist pretty quick.
Strangely enough, are you a hockey fan?
No.
I'm not a hockey fan either. But I was at the opening game.
They do other things there.
Yeah.
You opened up the Saddle Dome?
No, I was just like a kid, and I had this poster in my toy box for like 30 years. And then when I was like cleaning out my toy box, I was like, wow, I was at the opening game because that's the poster was. I didn't even know. Like my neighbor took me to a hockey game. I didn't know it was a big deal, but I was at the first game at the Saddle Dome.
Yeah. Yeah. First and last game, you got to get in there one more time.
No.
No. I'm good. So,
First and last.
I'll bid 10 on it.
I'll bid $10.
oh, did you just say, what did you say
I
first?
said 10.
Oh, Lucas said 10 first. Did you want to do 12 or 15?
I'll do
15? 15 to Chris.
What was the wall price
15.
for
And
this?
Canna Banana's
Also
there
bid
too.
10
What was the wall price for this?
Wall
Yes.
price.
There is a bid on 5 for it, but you can
Wall
bid
price
10.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
What was the wall price? Somebody tell me.
$496.60.
Yeah, so this is a $500 painting that he's currently selling for
It's at 15.
$50, 15 or 50?
15.
$15.
1.5. Yeah.
Or Jess.
Yeah.
Maybe like any of them that don't.
The-
What else is hiding in there?
Richard bid $5 on each of these little guys. $5. So if you'd like to do a bid for 10, you can. Which one?
Yeah,
The blue one? Yeah. So Richard.
I'm in the bid $100 on this.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. He's gonna put it. Yeah, he's gonna.
I'm gonna put it back on the wall
So it's at 100.
Oh, and make the
and
three.
make $400 profit.
Yeah, get it.
Oh,
You sat on that bench. Have you sat on that bench?
Which bench?
You sat on that bench. I've sat on that bench.
Okay. So yeah, it's at 100.
$100 to me.
Beautiful.
Going once, going twice.
Okay. Perfect.
See, you got 10 minutes or something.
10 minutes to out to
Okay.
Taylor.
So it's 9:42.
That's me.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
This would be a painting of my wife Jessica. I've done this before. I didn't have anything new to paint that night, and I painted my wife. And I've sold 2,500 paintings to keep this gallery open, and I think probably 1,800 paintings of them were of my wife. So if I tell you it's a painting of my wife and you haven't been here much, it's kind of like an inside joke that oh, Jess's mom said to me once, "What are you gonna do? Paint Jessica for the rest of your life?" I'm like, "Yeah." You remember that? Yeah, you did. Ask Jesse.
You said that. It's really sweet.
Opening bid for this is, I think it sold for like $200 the first time, and then it was donated back. Did Kathleen Moore give this back? We had somebody bought this, and then they were downsizing their house, and they gave us a whole bunch of artwork back. So I think I did sell this one before, but I'm gonna open the bidding up at $10.
$10.
$10 for a beautiful Jessica. Ish. None of my paintings can rival her true beauty.
I like the metallic in this one. It's really beautiful.
We have a little bit less pieces tonight than we normally do because the event was such a birthday party / art opening. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
You go ahead.
I was gonna do this one.
Yeah,
next.
good idea.
Okay. This is by Marlo. Piece of ceramics. And opening is $20 for this lovely piece. Is it Celadon, the color on the inside? I really like this. I can't remember the name of it, but I really like this. It's kind of like a jade color. It's really beautiful.
I use jade.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So $20 is the opening bid for this piece by Marlo. Just a happy little mug. And it looks very nice and stormy on the outside. And calm on the inside.
Dishwasher safe.
And there's a happy little
There's a
cat
ding.
whisker on the inside.
That was an accident.
It's magic.
Good luck.
It's a good luck cat whisker.
Yeah.
There. And oh yes. Okay, good. Kelly bid 20 on Marlo's mug.
Yay! You're right here. Just go 20.
Quiet.
I'll say 50
Gotta
for
be
the
mysterious.
Jess.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Sold.
50?
Quiet.
Thank you.
Going once, going twice, sold.
Yay! Is Cole here?
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Can we pass these around? Hold them in front of the camera,
yeah, would you?
and then come take a look.
So Cole was wrapping some necklaces here tonight too, I think. What is the
That one is rose quartz, and it's just wrapped in rose gold colored copper wire.
Do you want to check?
and what's your opening bid for this one?
Do you
For
want
that one,
pens
just 50.
for your head?
50.
Hips
This
okay?
is opening 50 for this one, so people can pass that around.
Did you get some cake? You missed my birthday.
Is there still cake left?
I
You know
think so.
what?
Cake and lots of snackers.
What time are you going home? This is my mother-in-law, so I can't offer everybody, but we made like family cake at home if you want to come for a piece. That's what we're gonna do afterwards.
It's chili chocolate.
Actually, everybody here's family, but yeah, we made cake with chili chocolate cake. It's fire.
Yeah. And I finally got less scared to put more chili in it, so it's actually really fiery. It's so
You know why?
Wait, like a spicy cake.
yeah.
We're
It's like Aztec
We're
inspired. Like
We're at the grocery store and we're
Yeah, exactly.
getting out the pieces for the cake.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said, "Look, is that going to be hot enough?" She's like, "Oh yeah." And I said, "Why? If you want to play it safe." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you."
And I put chili flakes in it.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire chocolate.
Open all of the darker stones at 20, and then the lighter stone at 15.
Perfect. So these ones are opening at 20,
Hello?
and this one is opening at 15.
Hello?
I think that was wearing the piece
Pocket down.
all week.
Oh, heck yeah. No, it looks good on you too. Thank you so much for getting
Here, go and look at them. And then
Does anybody want to buy a naked owl?
I love this.
I don't remember why I painted this, but we kind of raided our house this weekend. Somebody got a piece like this last week. Who was it?
Vicky bought like.
I brought this in case Vicky wanted it because she got a piece that would go right well with it. Does anybody want to bid $5 on a what would you call this? It's which is it Horace?
Vicky bought Horace, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like a eat like a hot kid. They're calling a lot.
That was 50. Oh, right, sorry, that was, yeah, license. That's the 25.
Just one.
$10 on the owl.
And then the lighter colored one.
What happened?
Richard Cox. Jess, you have a wonderful neck piece on.
Oh, thank you. This is from the Egyptian store.
And guess what? It was my idea. I said, why don't you try this
With this.
necklace with your fembot dress? And Jess is like, I can't do that. I'm like, but why not? And she's like, you can't wear white with blue and red.
I didn't say white. Like,
And then Richard Cox thinks it's beautiful. So you know also, you know what other Richard thinks is beautiful?
Okay.
This guy right here. Yeah.
So Tayana bid $10 on the owl.
I might bid 15 on my lighter.
15 on the light one too. Okay.
Is it this owl? Or were there other owls?
Yeah, that's the one.
Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Can you grab a copy of my book?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I found that on a thrift That one I'm not too sure. The other ones are a larva kite. Yeah, larva kite.
I wrote this book called The River Troll, and then it was like, has anybody seen The Troll by the Bridge? Yeah, and then so when I wrote the book, my publisher said she'd like me to write another 30 pages. The funny thing is this book just kind of like exploded out of me, and I just wasn't feeling writing the other 30 pages. So what I ended up was putting 30 pages of illustrations in the book, which was for me a lot easier. And then I ended up winning the Alberta Illustrator of the Year award from the Alberta Book Association, which I'm sure Jess will win for her book. But I wanted to do something special, and I'm running out of special things to do with this book, because out of the 30 illustrations in this book, which were all done on 8.5 by 11, you know that 8.5 by 11, just regular computer paper at school. On lunch hours, I illustrated 30 extra pages for the book and then won a book award. And I was so ingracious about it because I've been doing graphic design since I was 17. And like illustrating for other people is like a nightmare. They're like, oh, can you just make it a little more like this or a little like this? Was the 30 or easiest pages I've ever illustrated for books. I found the author to be highly agreeable. So when I was up for an award for it, I was like, I didn't even work hard for that. This is one of the last pieces we have that are original pieces from the book. And it's my birthday, so I wanted to do something special. So this is The Troll That Lives Under the Bridge. And I would like to auction off this framed piece, the original artwork from the book, and a copy of the book, opening bid for $5.
Do I hear $5 for a beautiful piece? $5 to Scott. Do I hear 10?
10.
Oh, 10. Do I hear 15? 15. Do I hear 20? 20 at the top? Yeah, 20 to Donna. 20. Do I hear 25? 25. It is a beautiful book of magic. 25.
Yeah, like at Shelf Life, they sell the book for $20, and then you get a free frame. You can throw out the illustration if you wanted. Also, though, I'd be very honored if whoever gets it reads the book, because $30.
32.
Donna, did you see the illustration that comes with it from all the way over there?
Oh, Gina, I'm so sorry. Hey,
She Gina wanted to buy a ticket. We didn't get to it.
Gina, I'm
separate.
so sorry about that. And also, Gina bid $100 on the troll pieces.
Oh, that's nice. It doesn't even matter because I did this as a gift. It's like we were talking earlier about. My mom ended up with a George Brock piece. If you know George Brock, he and Pablo Picasso made their work together. So they had a vault, and they just split the stuff up. But my mom has an original George Brock piece. She bought a George Brock lithograph print from a hotel in the 1960s for like $60. Just has an original Salvador Dali. And we were at this kind of hobnobby place and high art party, and this guy was talking about art. We kind of do this kind of street level stuff, but I don't know if he expected us to have a George Brock and a Salvador Dali, but we do. And it's just a coincidence that when I met Jess, she had about 300 records and I had about 300 records. And now we have enough records that our insurance is going to go up. But my life joined with her life, our record collection doubled, and now we have a George Brock and a Salvador Dali in the same apartment. And this very lovely person at a nice kind of upper end art gallery was like, well, do you want to get it appraised? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, do you want to find out what it's worth? I'm like, I know what it's worth. They're priceless. I have a priceless George Brock painting. And so this book and the illustration to me is kind of priceless. And I just wanted to give it away for my birthday. So thank you, Gina, for that.
Thank you. Yay!
Oh! A
It was,
stampede? What is this? What is this?
So I wanted to show you because Kelly brought this piece in,
Oh,
and
isn't
this
that nice?
it was in the Stampede show, and
Of course it was.
it is opening $101. This is Bill looking out at the Western
Or do
Sky,
you mean priceless?
enjoying his cup of coffee. So he can sit in his nice spot, or he's removable if you want to hug him outside of his nice blanket. But so we know Kelly, she rewires awesome stuffies and really makes them into her own little tableaus. He has a cute little coffee cup and that like drips coming out. He's like drinking his coffee. So lovely. And yeah, so the opening is $101 for Bill. And
Kelly, where does this blanket come from?
it's
From
very
where?
soft.
You found this blanket at Value Village. So this is a funny thing because when I was 16, my uncle gave me a 1962 Strato Chief and Pontiac, and I didn't get a chance to drive it. My dad it was my grandpa's car, and they gave it back to my grandpa. It's a long story, but in the back of my 1962 Strato Chief was that exact blanket, and I saw the blanket and I thought, well, it can't be the same blanket that I had because mine came from like my uncle in the 60s. And then I saw this blanket. I'm like, that's crazy because that's the same blanket that was in the back of my first car. And I don't have it for like a week. But I kept the blanket. And it doesn't surprise me you got that blanket at Value Village because that is the exact blanket that was in my first car. And I think I kept it right. I used to sleep in my car for a while, like the 90s. I had a house problem. So I was living in my car and I had that blanket for cold nights.
That's really special.
I saw that blanket. It really warmed my heart. The bear's wonderful too, but like the blanket really swept me away. What's happening with this?
This is Theo's.
Theo.
It's called 6 Trees, 3 Tuxedo Bunnies, and Falling Sky. And it's on beautiful paper as well. And that one's opening at 40.
Do you know what's nice for me? And I think this might be the first time in 10 years this has ever happened. Is I was holding this and panicking because my fingers were touching the paper. And then I remembered I have clean hands because I just sat and painted with paintbrush tonight.
That is so nice.
Did a little clean watercolor. And it's the first time I think in 12 years I've had clean hands for the auction. Whose is this lovely piece?
So this is by Chris, and Chris, is your first time painting with us tonight, right?
Yeah.
Big round of applause for Chris!
Chris, come on up. How did you find us? Did you just wander in, or did you know somebody, or how did you get through the door?
I didn't know about this place at all, and I just came here a few hours ago.
My wildest dream, and this has to happen in the next 6 months, is I would like to get a head injury so that I could come in here fresh and experience it.
Yeah.
Because we opened Gorilla House And it was such a crash, like week after week after week. I remember Elijah and I sat down outside the gallery 2 or 3 months in, and we were just like, what would it be like to wander into this place without any warning? And because we envisioned it and built it and then did it, and didn't even stop to think about what it looked like until it had been going for 3 months. I remember thinking, if I could just get some kind of lobotomy for 2 things. These are the 2 things. I'd like to read A Farewell to Arms fresh, because I remember how it ends. And I would like to walk into the Rumble House and experience it. So you have no idea how much I envy what it must have been like to walk into this place tonight. Pretty wonderful.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
And to Zach's credit, it hasn't been this wild in quite some time. So we're really grateful for that too.
Cool. Yeah. So,
What's your opening bid?
$20.
I would like to bid $20, and I'm going to put it in my pile of undiscovered miracles right next to my George Brock. And then somebody will ask me, where did I get that? And I'll say, I trapped you into my gallery 6 months before we closed. And I bought it before you were famous.
And you guys, are you traveling?
Yeah, from Edmonton.
So they're from Edmonton.
So yeah.
Who did you come with? Everybody wave at me. You from Edmonton?
Julia, yay.
And then what part of Edmonton do you live in?
I'm kind of in the downtown area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
St. Albert's got a pretty wild art scene, doesn't it? That's
Yeah,
what I've heard. Or is it
uh,
not as wild as I heard?
Actually, Edmonton's got some good.
Edmonton needs a Rumble House. Why don't you
Yeah,
open one up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How long are you here for?
Only a couple days. So
Come by tomorrow and I'll tell you everything I know. You can open a Rumble House in Edmonton.
maybe we'll see.
We've had a few people try.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the people that came to Gorilla House went back and tried to open up a Rumble House. But if you want to know how to do it, we're in the training business. We'd love to see you do it.
All right.
And then we'll drive out to Edmonton. We'll go to the jazz club, and then we'll go to your place.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. Thank you.
What other pieces do we have?
So this is currently at 20, and if you'd like to bid, text 403-629-7424.
That's 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424.
There's people messaging, and I just.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but can you read the comments? Because I'm not sure about if there's people messaging on there.
$10 on the little red dragon.
Who bid that?
Well, they're here. Are you here? You, EM?
Oh!
Are you
here!
feeling shy?
Yeah.
Because you can just bid $10,
That's all right.
but if
No,
you're
it's
shy,
It's okay.
then
Here.
just, I'll be like $10 to somebody
So,
who's feeling shy.
Richard, you had it 5, and now it's currently at 10. So you let me know what you would like to do, okay? There you go. And we got a bid from Nancy. What is this word? $60 for all of their paintings together? Nancy, let me know if I'm interpreting you correctly. Because we have Deadpool and a Coyote and a SpongeBob. But SpongeBob has a bid. Sorry.
SpongeBob already has bid.
Yeah, SpongeBob's at 20. And Lorette has Caleb's for 10. So if you bid a 60,
Scott, were you
For
serious
everything.
about the guitar?
let me know.
Yes.
Do you want to take it now?
Nope. But I got a perfect place for this.
Okay. Okay.
Can I play a bit for the small necklace?
Oh, sure.
The lighter colored one?
So here. I'll
yeah,
definitely-
that one's good. How much was it?
So this
15.
this one's currently at 15 to Jean-Luc. And then these 3 are opening at 10, right? 20.
Sorry. Okay, I'll just get one, whichever, 20.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to pick your one out?
Sure.
They're all kind of.
They're a little different.
You know what I'm going to do for Cole, who's been so generous?
I'm sorry, yeah.
What is your name? I forget your name.
Oh, Victor.
Victor, I want you to pick one of those, and then I just want you to pay Cole directly for that.
Yeah, okay.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
We're not going to take a cut of that because I think when you bring your 3 pieces in and we get busy and those pieces get kind of like rolled into the flow, I think it's at your disadvantage. So we don't take a cut of that, and you pick which one, because I think he's looking for feedback on which one you'd like to sell, and then you just sell it directly to him. Does that work for you?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
This is a painting of a
story.
no, we need to replace the cable. Yeah, this is the story of a story I was told over 12 years about and I had to piece most of this story together. It's a narrative about being beautiful and how the grass and the trees and the bus drivers and the people on the street, how there's always hands grabbing at you. And I was just painting the other night of this beautiful, maybe she's a witch, maybe she's some kind of spirit, and she's just trying to sit in the grass and catch some sunlight. But it was inspired by all the hands, the greedy hands that reach out and try and grab hold of you while you're moving and slow you down. And I think it's kind of a beautiful triumph, but it's kind of a horror painting too.
I really the hands you paint too are like you said, in between grasses and wind, so it's not like so literal, but it's really beautiful.
It's about being beautiful and how the world tries to hold you. Yeah. Opening bid for this is $10.
$10.
Did you bid that? $10. Here you go.
$10.
$10 going once. $10. Did you say $15 going once? $20. I see beautiful women bidding on this because
Against my girlfriend.
they
come on.
they know the pain of being
Tell your
beautiful.
mother.
I'll quote my mother. I can't control her. I've been trying. She said that about Rich one time. It was really funny.
It's there.
It's theirs?
Thanks.
Yeah.
No one fights.
Do you like it?
You're so sweet.
This
So,
is the kind of
what
really
do I write
personal
down?
painting.
What do we end at?
$25. But know that it is priceless.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And actually, I have this experience in my heart when I get to paint and sit. And we moved a table into our house so that we can sit and draw. And I just sit at my table and I draw whatever the fuck I want now. And there's no obligation to the world. Sorry about my language, by the way. Some of you look very nice, and I said a bad word. But there's.
Some of you look very nice.
All right, 1, 2, 3. If you've ever said the bad word, say it right now. 1, 2, 3. It really is a nice group of people. I'm sorry about my language. But I get to paint whatever I want, and then in 5 months, this is what I'm really looking forward to. I will never be beholden to ever selling another painting again in my entire life. And so I've sold 2,500 paintings. We're going to add it up and see exactly how many I have. But I am very much looking forward to, in 5 months, only giving away paintings. And I think the pricelessness of them kick in. And that I don't know if like the art history books will call that one of my best works, but I think it is.
So I did clarify with Nancy. These three
Nancy.
are all going for $60. As a
$60.
collection.
Oh,
Collection. Did you open this one up?
Did I? No, well, I looked at it and I had second thoughts. I have a T-shirt that I made called the Isle of Ruins for our next project. This is not the T-shirt. For every T-shirt I've ever made, I make individual prints on paper. Sometimes I'll do 3, sometimes I'll do 4. This is a 1 of 1. The only orange and red and blue print of this print on paper. The only one that'll exist. It's in a really nice frame, so I had second thoughts about selling it. But I similarly brought this up the same way I brought up the piece from my book. Is I wanted to make a birthday gift to you guys. I mean, that's so arrogant that they might not even want it. But to me, this is a really precious piece because it's print. I might do one more print run of this T-shirt, But each time I make a silk screen of my
So
print
that
shirts.
happened.
Oh, it's not plugged in.
What happened?
Is it charging?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's charging.
Yeah, it's going back. Maybe if you want to.
Okay.
So yeah, so these are special just because I only do a few paper prints.
No, it's
And,
saying battery exhausted. You do that, and I'll do this. She's hot.
I'm taking an outside.
All right, so this is so beautiful. So there's that one. I'm really grateful to you guys and your patience with all of us too with everything. There's so many beautiful pieces. Cole, are you also selling your buttons?
Yeah, I was actually gonna start those for the pair of the button and sticker for $4 each.
Ah, there you go. So
So you get a button and a sticker.
button and a sticker for $4 each. Really cool ink work that Cole does. Button and sticker for $4 each. This. Want to make sure everything's good. Okay. So this one's a really great one. So Alex, who did this, the larger or smaller pieces here, the little guy, also did this really cool.
Oh, I love that painting.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. The ray, it's like astro ray. Opening is $40 for this piece.
Okay, the camera's back on.
Thank you. Thanks, Carlos.
Yeah.
Sticky. I know everything. I was like, if we go into this day just assuming we'll all be sticky, everything will be fine. Okay. Oh look, this is so beautiful. I really love Theo's pieces too. This is another one. The details in the ink work is really lovely. So this one has 2 snuggling tuxedo bunnies. They observe 2 clouds. However, the clouds have not sucked the color from the sky. In the other one we sold, they were sucking the color from the sky.
I thought you were just trying it on.
I do also want to go grab some of Tiana's paintings because she has some pieces here too. This is opening $40. I really like Theo's play between like matte ink and like watercolor and then the drawing of it.
Ben, Allie made some what is it?
Polymer play?
Polymer clay. Yeah, polymer clay. This is Taco Cat. It's a,
What is that, a palindrome?
oh, that is
Yeah, it's a palindrome.
when the thing cuts it out. So it's a little Taco Cat, and that's opening $1. They wanted to sell these pieces off for $1, the pieces that are here. So little Taco Cat and little purple palette. She does really beautiful detailing on the palette. Has the wood grain, $1, and we can pass them around too if you want. This one has a beautiful Canadian landscape, kind of very fitting to the theme tonight, $1. And wild little pendant. So those are all $1 each. Let me know if you'd like to see them. Should we pass them around? I'm not sure. If anyone wants to see them, there we go. And oh, Chris, is e-transfer okay to do that for the sale? Does that work for you? Yeah. Could I give you my book and could you write your email and I just wanted to catch you before if you guys had to take off. Would you mind writing your email? Awesome. Thank you. It's just, yeah, it's easy and then we could set that one. This is one of my favorite pieces, and Rich was literally going around our home and taking stuff off the walls. This is Rich's, and he paints. He has this ability to just paint in and not draw anything, and he just cuts in the figure into the background. So he has the gold on his paintbrush, and he just like sees the figures and then cuts in around them, and all of a sudden they just occur. And so this one it's on black paper, and he painted in with like a light peachy, and then he painted in the background with the gold. So there's no black paint on this. It's just the peachy tone and then the gold tone. And it's honestly I could pass this around too to see, because it's really beautiful. The detailing. So if you'd like to see closer. That's all just one shot. He doesn't draw anything. He just sees it and it just occurs. And I think that's one of the magic things. Sometimes if you make things look too easy, maybe it's hard to see, but he just, I don't know how else to say it. Like he cuts them out of the fabric of the universe and they appear there. It's like opening bid, $20. $20 to Sonia. $30. Yeah, it is $40. Oh, Richard, I'm going to send you Taco Cat. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I will send. Okay, so Taco Cat is going to Richard from Illinois.
I'm interested in the leaf.
The leaf one?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's perfect. What would you like? They're $1 to start. So $2? Perfect.
Oh yeah, and there's the Jordan and the sticker.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for keeping us together. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Oh, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Did you want your chance to see them? Yeah. You all good? Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, so that's wonderful. So this one's at $2 to Victor. Actually, here, I might get this too. And this one's at $10 to Tiana. She bid on the purple palette. And Richard from Illinois, you get a tiger shark and a taco cat. That is so fun. Okay, and I'm just going to put down. So for this piece, it's currently at $40 to Sonia. It kind of reminded me of Gustav Klimt a little bit. Okay.
I like this because I can carry the art anyway.
That's right. Very good.
Tiana, I will get your pieces up here. I don't know where Rich went, so I'm going to show the piece I have up here right now. This one is by Tiana. I really love how delicate this piece is. It is very lovely and quiet. Oh, Felix, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh. He's been felting it tonight. It's so cute. Oh, do you need any more band-aids or are you doing okay? I'm good. Oh, that is so good.
Felting's fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so infinite. You can do so much with it. Yeah, it's like a charcuterie cutting board. This is by Kaidi. Opening $40. So beautiful. Anything. Ah.
So this is by Tanner. It's really cool metallic background, opening at $20.
It's his birthday today too.
Yeah, it's Tanner's birthday. That's right. I had it in my head the whole day, and then so it's Tanner's birthday as well. Birthday twins. So opening is 40. That's so funny. Tiana just texted that to me too. Okay, perfecto. I am going to keep putting stuff in what is help chest.
You can write stuff down. I got you.
Would I be able to? Yes. Is there any tape? There is a lot of tape, and it's in the cupboard with the fabric over top of it in the kitchen. That one? No, that is the old. I have a question. I just need to go to the back quickly and grab something. I'm trying to think of something else to put up while I'm working. Oh. Would you mind just holding this and I'll go very fast? So this is by Tiana and Naz, if you mind holding it. Big round of applause for Naz because she's on that struggling in my head. I'll be right back.
Selling things now. That makes sense. Your mom is your dad. What's the opening bid?
I have no idea.
I don't know if that's true. It might be true.
Yay! Thank you, Naz. Very cool. So this one's opening at $15. Thank you so much.
I can't remember. Did this get a bid?
No, I think people, whenever you talk about liking it, people want it.
Okay, but do you know we need to sell it?
Moving the fan. You guys feel the fan?
That's how we stay open. Oh, I do have my Fonzie painting from last week. Fonzie says reading is cool.
There's a few of my this is one of my favorite pieces.
I love that.
So this. Oh no!
Oh no!
What happened? What happened?
I not just dropped the mic, I threw it with vigor on the floor. Okay, so this piece by Rich Teru is one of my favorites. Let's talk about the mythology of this painting. This painting actually kind of goes with the Planet of the Apes too. Get them in their sleep is what their plans are on the ground. And I feel like nature will definitely take over at some point.
Nature finds a way.
As it should. Like, I feel like things would just calm down a lot if the birds took over. Wait, show it again. Opening bid is
$5.
$5. So there are beautiful birds in this painting. And I like that there's an ibis hanging out with a magpie and a pigeon. $5. Perfect. Thank you. And
magpie moment.
Right? Oh, see? Things are happening. I appreciate you, microphone, that you are still working.
Did you put this one in?
Oh yeah, that's at 40 to Sonia. I talked about the process and how it's one of my favorite pieces. Okay, so cool. So one side of that skateboard was done by Tierney and the other side was done by Kyle. That's awesome. Here, can we put? Oh, Richard bid. Wait, $10. Did you have it for 5? Richard bid $10 on the birds.
Not Richard from
15.
Illinois.
Richard from Illinois.
15 to Naz.
Richard from Illinois was taking stuff, getting shipped out, whatever.
So Richard from Illinois. The birds are now at 15. Now they're at 20 to Richard from Illinois.
Where are you going to get more sugar? Water.
Okay. And and Nancy, I will actually here. We take e-transfer and if you want to pick up or we can deliver or let us know. So we'll figure that out too actually. So this one is at 20 to Richard. And it's also Tana's birthday. It's $40 opening.
So in a room this size, how many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In a room of 26 people, what would you guess the chances of 2 people having the same birthday are? What would you guess? It's 50-50.
That's crazy.
I know. So, like, the chances of one person having the same birthday as somebody else in the same room, if there's only one person, is 0, right? Chance of 2 people, you have a room full of 2 people, and the chances of them having the same birthday is like 1 in 360 something. When you get to 3 people, it breaks down to smaller, and then it gets the odds get so you have a 50-50 chance. By the time you have 26 people in a room, you have a 50-50 chance that 2 people have the same birthday. So there's a very good chance. Tanner and I have the same birthday, so this is evidence of such. But the number of people in this room, there's still probably about a 25% chance that we still have 2 birthdays. And it sounds crazy, but it's just how math works. And the reason I know this is my first year teaching, my principal was this genius math teacher, Jerry Fidgel. And every week in his in his morning announcements, he would put a math puzzle, which none of the math teachers were brave enough to figure out. But as an art teacher and a divergent thinker, I'd set my mind to figuring out every single one of his math problems that year. And there was a few that I didn't know, but in the early days of the internet, I was pretty good at finding the answers to the questions, even if I had to cheat. And then, so I did not believe that the chances were 50-50. And it was acceptable that I do research. So I was allowed to sort of like research to find the answer. And even though I knew the answers, there's a 50-50 chance in a room of 26 people that 2 people have the same birthday. My brain wouldn't accept that. I went to my own class list. I had 6 classes. They all had 30 kids, and 4 out of the 6 classes had 2 people with the same birthdays. One of the classes had somebody with my birthday. It's a 50-50 chance that you'll have the same. Now, the funny thing is, this is why I'm telling the story. It does have a funny ending. At least I hope it's funny. After a few months of this, of like slaving away with my art brain, trying to figure out the math problems that were too hard for the math department, Fidgel really, I think, admired me because he put the time into finding these math questions. But I also suspected, based on how busy he was, that it was unlikely that he was sourcing each one of these math questions independently. And one day, middle of October, so a couple months in, it occurred to me that he must be getting them from some sort of rare site. So I reverse engineered my search by putting a couple of his questions into the Google and found the page he was getting the questions from. So not only did I have the answers when I needed them, but I got to the point where I knew what the answer for tomorrow's question would be. And so that's something that's a family trait. My Uncle Rolly got his pilot's license without realizing he couldn't get his license with his bad eyesight. And fortuitously, or maybe not fortuitously, the eye doctor left him alone in the room with the eye chart. So he memorized the eye chart and got his pilot license. But this is, I come from a family of divergent thinkers.
hilarious. You too.
I also, this is another, I don't know, you can decide if it's, I was going to say it's funny, but maybe you should decide. In my early interview, so you become a teacher and then you have these evaluations and evaluations. In my first couple weeks, I spent a lot of time going down to these evaluation meetings. And my main name tag said Rich Teru, art teacher, and his name tag said Jerry Fidgel, principal. And I thought it would be tremendously funny if I switched our name tags when he left me alone in the room in the office. The only thing is, it so happened that we didn't have another meeting for 4 months. So for more months, my principal was walking around with Rich Teru on his lapel, and mine said Jerry Fidgel. And I kept waiting to get invited back to the office to rectify this funny prank that I played. And actually, it's kind of amazing I'm a teacher, because here's another thing. He had a laser pointer, and once a month we'd have these staff meetings with these big projections, and he'd be using the laser pointer during his projections. But I also had a laser pointer. So every time he pointed his laser, I would point my laser pointer at his beam, but like wiggle it around, and he would just. And then finally one day he saw me with the pointer, he threw something at me, but
Probably the laser.
and I still became a teacher. But the point of that story is that
Tanner has your same
Tanner
birthday.
and I have the same birthday. What is the opening bid for this? $40, and we owe this. We bought this for $40.
No, this one might actually be a new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is.
But
a
we'll
new one.
often on nights we can, we'll buy a piece, and then on nights like this we resell it, and sometimes even at a loss. But it's just nice for us to try and keep people going. So opening bid for this is $40. And Tanner broke his arm and his leg, and now he seems to be on a healthy path of healing. Am I correct about that? Can we confirm?
His arm is okay. His leg is healing, and it's his 30th birthday.
30.
Aww.
30.
See, and this is crazy to me because when we opened, all of these kids were 20-year-olds,
Yeah.
and now they're like pre-middle age. How old are you, Zach?
Pre-middle age.
How old? How old?
Not telling.
Can't be as bad as 53.
We do a little mystery, you know? Gotta keep a little mystery.
So this is by Tiana. She just recently moved back to Ontario. So this is one of her pieces, Misfits. Opening is $30 for this one. Look at the backlit, looks really good too. You can't tell from the Misfit.
I got this today at Valley Village. It's not for sale, but you're welcome to rewrite your own name and your own time into here. It's pretty fun. No, that's what we've been doing all day. Do you want to here? I'll get you a piece of chalk. That's kind of the theme for tonight. You'll need to, I think, wet it to tell them what this theme is.
And this is a nice glass by Zach Cardinal for $10.
It's too nice. You'd have to tell people it was man-made, human-made. It looks like it came out of a glass factory. I think it's going to be really important in the coming days of AI and computers, and to make flaws in your work. This might be the last time an artist had the opportunity to make a work of perfection. Did that come out wrong when I said too nice? I didn't mean that in a negative
No,
way.
it's
but
like it's so beautiful.
this is a thing you'd have to tell, like, oh, this was handcrafted.
Well, we were talking about like people writing good papers in high school, and it's like teachers don't believe they're written by kids anymore because they're so good.
It happened to me a lot in school. It was really annoying.
But
Trying
now
to write, and they would
yeah.
be like, "Where'd you get this from?"
Yeah.
Like my brain.
Yeah. So these are sets of earrings, little polymer clay earrings by Allie. If anyone is interested, let me know. Those are $1. Did you show all your pieces I brought up?
I don't really like them.
Did you say Felix wanted this knife?
I think he did, yeah.
Felix, did you want? It's $1.
Yeah, we'll bid on this. $1 to us.
There's a knife. It's like it has really beautiful wood grain and everything done in the polymer clay. Oh, this is lovely. Look at these crescent
Careful, it's
moons
polymer.
with
Worcester.
fireplace. Crescent moon with fireplace earrings. These are also by Allie.
What do you mean?
Okay,
This is done. That's for you. We're buying it.
so we bid $5. Does anyone else have art that I have neglected?
We do have all summer. Did anybody here have fun tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we made a strong case for coming back in the human body forum. Yeah.
Did you have fun tonight?
I will feel tonight will download into me 1 hour after we close. Right, I'm blocking the whole thing. They saying happy birthday. I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And then later on tonight, it's kind of like our trip to Disneyland. I went to Disneyland with my school, and I blocked the whole thing. Like we went to this San Diego Zoo, and I was like, Felix would love this. Don't look at it. Felix would love this. And then there was what's that bird? There's a harpy. Jessie, I don't know why she loves harpies. I'm like, there's a harpy. I'm like, don't look at the harpy. And then we left the zoo and we went to the observatory. And there's planets everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, Jessica would love this. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. And then we went to Disneyland for 2 days. I had in my pocket. You can have like little Lego people made of you. They're not cheap. It's like $30 a person, but you can craft the hair and you order them, and then they come in the mail. And I had a family set of my Lego people that I took to Disneyland with me. So every time I saw something special, I put Minnie, Felix, Oliver, Rich, and Jess out, and I took like a macro picture, and I blocked the whole thing. I didn't have one joyous feeling until last week when we actually went to Disneyland. Twice in 1 year is a lot, but yeah, like I will experience this whole night an hour from now.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, with a spicy cake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so are we done?
So Sean bid $20 on the skateboard by Tiana and Kyle. Was that the pen?
Just a pen. That's
Oh,
all.
I was looking for that. That's good.
And I owe you $2 for the necklace.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, that is fine. Yeah. Do you? We have a debit card, or I have change too if you need change or any.
Debit card's good?
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. Okay. Anything? Oh, did you want to bring that up? Okay.
What's your opening bid?
So you remember half and half, so you have to double it.
I can't hear you.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Hey, what shop you go? No, like I just I didn't want I thought you might get knocked down like that.
Oh yeah, here. Do you want me to take that? You just hold it on. The bird one? Yeah, of course. Here, I might pass this back here. And then I'm gonna go the metallic bird one here. And this one is by Susan. And this is opening $600. It is so many different layers. You've been working on it for a long time. Did you want to talk about it at all?
The inspiration from, the poppies over here by Memorial.
Oh yeah.
And they had the poppies with the purple flowers. So I just
He did the same thing looking for it.
It's beautiful.
That's my inspiration.
Here's what I'm going to do for you.
What?
We're going to open the bid at 400, and so if it goes for 400, you can keep the 300, and we'll only take $100. So yeah,
Sounds good. I gotta pay my phone bill.
yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just making notes so I make sure I know what I'm doing.
I could see like a government building downtown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we
Are you singing?
what would you like? I was thinking of the Daydream Believer.
Oh, that's
What would
religious.
you
Yeah,
like?
that's
Yeah?
good.
Okay. Okay, so people from home
Because I'm
have
short, isn't it?
People from home have a little bit of time to finish up if they're wanting to bid on anything. And I'll just sing us a good night good night song. And this is from our wedding on the roof. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm will never ring, but it rings, and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaving razor's cold and it stings. Do, 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 do. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, how good times start and end without $1 to spend. How much, baby, do we really need? Do, 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 do. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Thank you, everyone, so much for coming.
That was our wedding song because it could have been that or Beauty and the Beast, but I figured the homecoming queen and the Daydreamer was a pretty good fit for us. And then after the song, do you ever do this? Like, was that Green Day song that everybody played at their grad? Time of Your Life, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a song about his girlfriend cheating on him. But everybody thought it was a super romantic song, so they play at their weddings and stuff, and then find out it meant backwards. So I looked up the meaning, like the song lyrics of Daydream Believer, and it was written. It was about kind of like that sort of, you finish high school and you get married and you get a job and you thought you're going to be this big star, and you find yourself just plugging away day to day. And then so that was such a beautiful thought for us when we were building this place. And then it's funny because it's my worst nightmare. We shut this place down and become like these invisible people with weekends again. And so it's kind of nice that we've got plans to do the I Love Rue so that we still have our foot in the game. But it's funny that was always that idea of slowing down and vaporizing has always been like
A fear.
Yeah. I used to work at Thrifty's, and I would walk to the food court, and there was this lady in a diamond store that would, like, one day she ran out into the mall and started screaming at me, "Will you please stop?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" But it turned out I was running my finger along the glass on the way to the food court every day, and I didn't realize, but she was following me out with the spray bottle, cleaning my fingerprints off the glass. So she's like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "Why do I do what? Like, I've never seen you before." She's like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." She's like, this. And she's like pointing at the window. I'm like, "I don't know what you're saying." And then she's like, "You touched my windows." And I was like, "I touch your windows?" Like, I had no idea. And then I became a teacher, and I'm wandering down the hallways with the lockers going, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. And the teachers are yelling at the kids for wandering down the hallways, touching the lockers, going ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. So I saw the teachers yelling at the kids, and I realized I was doing it. And then I realized they were yelling at the kids to let me know they didn't like it. And they were yelling at me, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, this is that lady from the diamond store. I touch things, and they want to know why." Does anybody here do this as well?
Oh yeah.
Do you know why you do it?
I have no idea. I like the sensation of it.
Yeah. Do you know what occurred to me when it was like the third time I got screamed at for it? I realized my entire life I walked down the hallway and I would touch the lockers to make sure I was still here. because I grew up with the sensation that I was just going to disappear and vaporize. And the whole time I'm touching the glass just to make sure I was still real. And it wasn't until I went home, like, I don't even know I touched these things, but it was a sense of reaffirming that I hadn't vaporized yet. And I think that's what I love about that Daydreamer song. What do you got there?
Oh no, I was just like
Are we
starting to
done?
hand people their artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Yay! Thank you.
See you next week.
Zach. Big round of applause for Zach. Yay!
What a night.
Honestly.